Hi, Ashok. Thanks very much for making the time to meet with us today. It's much appreciated. I know how busy you are running, your different businesses here across Winnipeg.
Oh, thank you, David.
Wanted to ask you a quick question. How long have you known and worked with Glen for?
Oh, Eamon and I go back since 1996. So we have been, Glen has been working with me. Actually, I don't say working with me, we worked together since 1996. Although, Glen worked with us, then he left, then he came back a few times, but we have always been in touch with each other. And besides being a good business relationship, we have a good friendship also.
Great. So it's been a while then you've been working with him. And can you give some feedback on what it was like for Glen recruiting and training product advisors for you?
Oh, Glen is very passionate, and I think he loves the training aspect of the business. That gives him the goosebumps, and
Yeah.
if you ask anything, different choices, he will say, let me trade rather than let me do X, Y, Z, So I think he's a natural, inspiring type of person, and he loves training, and he believes in training, and I think he gets lots of kicks out of training.
Yeah, it's definitely his passion. When he trained your over 695 product advisors and recruited them, what kind of effect did that have on your business?
Oh, just like anything, training is everything. You hire people, they don't come up with a bunch of sweets already programmed into themselves, So you really have to train them. And the people who are trained, they are the better people, and they do a better job. They have more confidence. The more training you do, the more confidence it is. And I think that's where Glen, we made sure that we had the agenda for training every week, not once, every day training, even a short training. And again, then having the weekly training. We believe everybody needs to be trained, even the dealer principal needs to be trained, or I have to get those knowledge from somewhere, So there is not enough knowledge that you can capture, but the knowledge is confidence, So with the confidence, there are more success in whatever you do, So I think the training was always a key component in my mind. And Glen took that training to the next level. And surprisingly, that he did the training, and I was very impressed. And I joined many of the sessions, and to give him the feedback, So, yeah, the training was one of his iconic brand,
Great. And how did as you talked about training, the product advisors and their skills are grown, how did that impact the sales or the growth of your business?
Oh, naturally, we have grown the business every year. And again, we have a salesperson, whether he's there for 40, 50 hours a week, whether he sells 8 cars or 14 cars, is the same type of effort, So I think the training is the one which can take him from, mediocre guy to above average, even to the better guy, So training is, I would say that people who embrace his training, they did very, very well, And it was not just the training that you listen, It was the training that you practice also, You play the role play, So that was a big component of that thing, Another thing on a training also, what you have is the words, phrases, the language, and the way it is presented, Whether you are greeting whether you're explaining the product features, or you're taking care of the objection, or making a delivery. So the scripts are very important, what you say, how you say, and the tone you say. I think that was one of the component part of the Glen's training, which when people embraced it, they did very, very well.
Great. Well, and thanks for that feedback too. One other question I wanted to ask you is, what was the effect on the appointment set for your business with the training scripts and everything that Glen did?
Oh, like in a sales business, especially in our business or any business, unless the client comes in, the transaction doesn't go to the next phase. So part of the training was always, it was the appointment culture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We give the information to the people, whatever they want, whether in terms of the product or pricing or product. Again, then the next step is how to bring the people to your showroom to physically view and meet with you. So there's always an appointment culture.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get the people through our door, there are more chances of making a sale, closing a sale, or developing a relationship for the future. So that was always the key. We were always how we bring the people on the appointment, okay, when they want to come on their own type. So our business is still all appointment culture based. Let's get the people in without saying that we don't want to give you all the information what you have requested,
Mm-hmm.
or dance around that question, or come on down. No, we don't want people to come on down. We want to give you the information. We want you to come down again to make a relationship or do business with us.
Great. Well, Ashok, I know how busy you can be. Thanks so much for your time, and thanks for giving us insights on how Glen was able to help you out.
Yeah, no, say hi to Glen. He's a good man. Thank you.